We're here to talk to you a little bit about something we're very excited about. That has to do with a closure ceremony for our 2020 class of seniors who have been significantly influenced by the pandemic circumstances. They've missed out on seasons of sports. They've missed out on face-to-face academics. They had to take AP exams online over and over again. They've been somewhat victimized by understandable but difficult circumstances. That is why Joe and I have been working very hard with Principal Bonato to attempt to come up with a graduation ceremony that reflects the hard work of this class. We got some extra special help from Mayor Francis, who, using his connections, somehow got us approval to do what we're going to do. So tomorrow, I'm writing up a contract which will be sent to each graduating senior's family. The contract will include a description of the ceremony, which will be a drive-in at the back of the high school, a drive-in celebration of student achievement. The entire ceremony will be videotaped prior to the ceremony. So that includes student speeches, principal speech, any guest speakers we have. We're doing our best to put together a small version of our band to put forth appropriate music. Interestingly, seniors in the band will be able to possibly participate in the music part of things, which they normally don't get a chance to do. We are asking families that they will respect the concept that they cannot leave their vehicles. They must drive in. There'll be a screen set up. Kind enough, Mr. Young, John Young from town, is providing us with a major-sized screen. The ceremony will be broadcast onto the screen via computer. Families will have the ability to access it on a radio station, and they'll also be able to watch it on phones or computers on a YouTube channel. Is that accurate so far, Joe?
Very, very accurate with one clarification. When Mr. D says it'll be on a radio station, it won't be on a radio station for anyone to listen to across town or the county. What he's referring to is that if you ever gone to a drive-in movie theater, you'll be able to hear the audio via a specific FM dial that will tell you on the screen.
They didn't have drive-in theaters in Brooklyn, therefore I have no idea. We met with students today on a Google Meet, and my heart gets taken by the sincerity of the kids we met with. Obviously, the kids would love a ceremony where they can leave their cars, come up and get their diplomas, and be recognized. That's not allowable. However, everything else that we have planned and hoped to do will be done. Each senior will be recognized. Their picture will be put up on the screen. We will review quickly awards that seniors have earned. We will also hand out diplomas as the cars exit the parking field behind the high school. We have about 100 seniors. We also have about 100 parking spaces out there. So I knew it was serendipitous when I counted the spaces that we were going to be in business. Again, this would not have happened had not the mayor and the town council give us 100% support.
And this, one thing to mention is this is not going to be, if you picture a bunch of recorded videos, I don't want you to get the wrong impression that it's going to be, you know, me and Mr. D recording people on our phones, their speeches, or, I mean, we have Mr. Segali, who all the community will know. He's one of our teachers that teaches our TV production classes, and he is just a star when it comes to being able to edit these types of videos. And so this is going to be something that's going to look very, very professional. It's going to be something that I believe students will cherish long after the graduation is over. And it'll be something that you can go back and watch again via YouTube link for as long as you want to keep remembering this moment. So while it's not going to be just like a graduation ceremony, I think it's going to be something that's very unique and special for the kids this year.
And as I tried to say before, these kids deserve something so as to put forth closure towards a tough senior year. We will also have, on January 8th of 2021, whereas the prom obviously has been canceled, we will have a program, what do we call it?
An alumni.
An alumni. They're alumni already, God bless them. We'll have an alumni program that will be parallel to having a prom. We're going to schedule that for January 8th. And when we put out the information, we'll have that. We'll see if kids are interested in doing that.
With the concept that hopefully January 8th, we'll have students back from college if they were away in college. Students might be home for a holiday break. We do realize that with the way things have changed day to day, that is a tentative date still. If January 8th, we find out the governor is not going to allow events like this, we may have to revisit. But right now, we're aiming for that January 8th.
There's some idiosyncrasies to our ceremony, beside the fact that the students or anyone in the family cannot leave the car. Caps and gowns are optional. Many families would like a student to have a cap and gown for purposes of pictures and things like that. The gowns we're getting this year are actually disposable, so the students don't have to worry about getting them back to us. That's a little wrinkle in things. The mayor has given us permission to have a ceremonial parade, but it has to be on Saturday, because this ceremony, in order to be seen on the screen, must be done in the dark. And June 19th is one of the longest days of the year. As a result, we'll not start the ceremony until 9 p.m., which is way past my bedtime, and somehow I'll rally that day. But the students were amused by that. But in order to see things, a 9 p.m. start is scheduled, a 10 p.m. ending is scheduled. That's too late to do a parade. But the procession will most likely be scheduled for Saturday if we can arrange it with the police department.
And this will be important to note, this is a rain or shine circumstance. So if it's raining, look, we're staying in our cars. So if it's raining, we're going to still plan to meet regardless. And it's also important to note that June 19th was our original graduation date plan. So I'm really happy that we're able to keep the date that kids had set on their calendars since the beginning, since we knew of an end of graduation date. We'll be able to stay. And that's important for students that may be going to the military or going off to college.
We will ask people to be masked in cars. We will allow one car per family. We will give them a choice. So if a younger brother or sister wants to come along, that will certainly be allowed. But it is important that we respect orders regarding distancing. The masks are just another way of demonstrating that if you're not talking, you should be wearing one. Joe. So that is our basic plan. That will all be put on paper tomorrow. There'll be a contract sent to each family which will review the ceremony. It will identify the vehicle that's going to be driven in with license plate. That will be checked by police so as the admission is smooth. Remember, having exactly the right number of parking spaces means we have no ability to have other additional vehicles in the area. We can't make it a celebration where there are 100 people watching because that would be breaking the rules of the executive order. So there's very limited interaction with staff. However, the diploma handout will be done by Mr. Bonato and the advisors of the senior class as they exit. We never planned a virtual graduation. There was significant hope that there'd be some release of restrictions. Now, we checked with our tech people. We asked, can we do a virtual graduation without hiring an outside firm, as many districts are doing? And he assured us that we could. So we put that on hold, And I wrote up a plan which is exactly what I described to you, plus the idea that students would be able to exit their vehicles and come up to a podium to get their diploma. That's the plan I submitted to the mayor. That's the plan that he shared with his contacts. The council members also supported the plan. With the exception of the exiting of the vehicles, the plan that has been approved is what I described. So how did that happen? It happened because I believe we had a very strong initiative to do something that was in the benefit of kids. And I had council people, the mayor, and I had a few individual board members. And I will say this, Dr. Schindler will kill me for mentioning her name, but she had a very, very strong sense of advocacy for these kids, and it has been an honor to work with her.
Well, you left out that we're getting these awesome Hopatcong masks that are going to be green and branded with our H on it. So there will be a very fun takeaway memory for students when they leave. Of course, you don't have to wear it, but I think they're going to be stinking cool. So I'm going to wear it.
Hope we get one.
Yeah, right.